Hi, I'm Dr. Sky for AirShowVid.com, covering the 2012 Copperstate Fly-In, The Gathering in Casa Grande. Here at the Copperstate Fly-In, ladies and gentlemen, we're privileged and honored to speak with the president of the Copperstate Fly-In, Mike Still. Mike, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Dr. Sky, for being here. We really appreciate you being here and helping us document what we do.
I understand for all those watching that this is the 40th anniversary of this most interesting event, and I read the material not only on the website but also talking to other friends. This is actually the largest fly-in the western United States.
Yes, we call this the premier aviation event in the Southwest. This is the 40th annual event. We started here in Casa Grande, and this is the 8th year that we've been in Casa Grande, and the other events have been around the state of Arizona. And this is the premier event for Arizona.
Mike, tell us more about this. I understand that volunteerism is a very big part of what goes on behind the scenes, the active part of the Copperstate Fly-In. Talk about that for a minute.
You know, we're the largest volunteer fly-in in the United States. It's all volunteer. We have no paid staff. We probably have 250 volunteers that come out and help put this on. And it's an annual event. We've got a board of directors of 10, and we'll start meeting in November as soon as it's over for the next year. And we put in, takes about a week to put on the event here to get set up, and then another 2 days to tear it down.
Mike, your involvement in aviation, I'm sure, goes back with a rich history. Describe some of that. What does it mean to you?
Well, originally I got started in aviation through radio-controlled aircraft, and a lot of aviators start that way, probably 40 years ago. And then I got involved in big aircraft about 12 years ago. Well, 15 years ago I started building an aircraft, an experimental aircraft, and figured out I had to get my private pilot's license to fly it. So I've had my license about 10 years.
It's an interesting story. And I want to ask this. I mean, this is more to the heart and direct. What does the Copperstate Fly-In mean to you?
It's a chance to see aviation. You can go to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, or you can go to Florida to see the two biggest fly-ins, but that's the closest we have. And so this is an opportunity to see aviation from World War I, World War II, classic, certified aircraft, experimental aircraft, ultralights, trikes, anything you want to see.
And what a wonderful answer. Steve Cates, Dr. Sky here for AirShowVid.com as we continue to explore this amazing fly-in known as the Copperstate Fly-In.
Hi, my name is Lee Jones. This is Carolyn Jones. Hi. And we're here at Copperstate Fly-In 2012. And this is our airplane. It's a twin Beech D-18S. And we've had this airplane now for probably about 16 years or so. And we've done a fair amount of work on it since we had it. Carolyn does the polishing. She's the polisher. She won't let me touch it, which is just fine
That's
with
right.
me. I do some of the wrenching on it and fly it, of course. We don't fly it near as much now as we used to because of the cost of fuel. But this airplane was built in 1950 and built by Beech Aircraft Company in Wichita. And it was owned by the DuPont Corporation for number of years when it was brand new. And then it was sold to North American Rockwell, and they used it for years as a test bed for some of the avionics and stuff that they were developing for the government and so on. And then it went through a pretty elaborate restoration, and then it became ours. And we've done a lot of flying with it since that time. The engines are 450 horsepower each side. They're Pratt & Whitney R985 engines, and it burns a lot of gas. It burns about 50 gallons an hour, and so we don't fly it as much as we used to.
This is the inside of our Twin Beach. This airplane was always civilian, and so it was configured. This one seats 8. Some of the military ones actually seated 13, but they just had little rows going down the sides. But we like it. You can haul a lot of stuff. You can haul a lot of people. It's a very comfortable airplane. Here's the cockpit. It seats 2 pilot seats on the left and the co-pilots on the right. Fairly busy, but a lot of the instruments are just duplicate instruments left to right. It is a fairly noisy airplane because the big engines are just right outside the windows. So we have nice noise-canceling headsets. We have just very basic. We have a GPS, which we don't even use. Basic instruments. Very simple, even though there's a lot of them. We have this is an old-fashioned wobble pump. It's to get the fuel going. We don't have an electric fuel pump in this airplane. And it can be very hot when it's sunny out in the summer, but other than that, it's just a wonderful airplane to fly because you can see everywhere from the cockpit, and it's a real comfortable. And you can see back the passengers as well. So it's our baby. We like it.
Hi, I'm Mac Transtrom, and I built this. It's a Pitts Monster. It's a plans build aircraft. It's a 2009, so it's relatively new. It was one of Curtis Pitt's last designs. It uses the M14 Russian radial that they use on the Sukhoi and the Yak aircraft.
At the Copperstate Fly-In, there's many interesting folks to talk to, and with us today, and we're happy to have him, is Dee Grimm. Dee, tell us all about your involvement with the Copperstate Fly-In and the Warbirds.
Well, Warbird Squadron 20 was reactivated about 11 years ago, and by a gentleman named Grande, who really got it going again. And as it turned out, there's a large group of us flying Warbirds at Deer Valley Airport. And we were all interested in getting together, and as it turned out, it's a very social, active, sharing group. We fly formation. We party together. We just have a good time. We help each other with each other's airplanes, and we do fly-ins and different kinds of events together, missing man formations, and the flight like you saw today. That's what we do, and we have a great time.
And speaking of that flight, ladies and gentlemen, that was quite outstanding. I'd like the viewers watching to be able to now take a look at some of the footage from that flight and describe some of the things about these particular aircraft that are in the Warbird formation.
Well, okay, today we're just, we have CJ-6 aircraft, which are a Chinese military trainer. And then we have Beechcraft T-34 Minter aircraft, which at one time was an Air Force primary trainer.
Right.
Actually, that's the aircraft I flew when I went through flight training back in the 50s. We started in that. So what you were seeing today was we did several different formations. The basic formation that we fly is called fingertip. And if you put your hand out in front of you flat, you'll see that one finger is lead and one finger would be number 2, the wingman, and then the other finger would be number 3, wingman and deputy lead, and then number 3 also has your pinky as an additional wingman. And that's our basic formation. And so what you saw today was I moved them from that formation, I don't remember the sequence, but it seems like I went to trail, close trail we call it, which is one of our show flybys.
Right.
And then we also did echelon. The echelon, in my opinion, is the prettiest formation to watch, especially from the ground when they make a turn, because it's if it's done correctly, if it's smooth air, it just really looks like a ballet move.
Dee Grimm, in a word, what does the Copperstate Fly-In mean to you?
Education.
Thank you so much, Dee Grimm, and much more here at the Copperstate Fly-In.